Hey y'all, welcome to the channel that brings you multidimensional content, which means that the readings are from a broad and expansive point of view, and that they're not for a specific time, but should resonate with you whenever you come across them. So, I haven't used these decks in a while, and I'm like, I wanna. So, let's do a collective general reading. You guys, if you want to book a reading, all the information is in the description box. Oh yeah, someone asked me, so if you want a personal reading and you want the general energy reading, does that mean that we're not gonna talk about higher self or starseeds or Orisha at all? Should you relate to them? No, honey, of course not. As in, like, yes, we will. Like, so if you book a general energy reading, right? Let me tell you how this actually works. Um, I should do a separate. Like, no, you know what? I'll put in the timestamp, the start of the reading, so that if you don't want to see this, you don't have to see this, right? Part. So, okay, timestamp is there for this beginning of the reading. Don't get mad. Right. So, how short, just a really short explanation. Um, how these readings work is that, like, a lot of times, not people assume everyone is like them. So if you're like this with your Orisha or your starseed system, people tend to assume that everybody else is like that. Trust me, that's not how it is. A lot of people are actually still working in the general pool of everything, and they are like in the process of remembering and connecting, right? So that's the people that will actually mostly book the general energy reading. Some people have never heard of Orisha. Some people have never heard of starseeds. And yeah, some people just got into this whole thing of like spirituality and all that. So even the concept of higher self, it's new for them, right? And those are the people that book the general energy reading. Then there's those of you who are graduating, the masters, like, you got your degree. Some of you are doing post, what's it called? Yeah, whatever, that. Like, some of you are doing your honors, some of you are doing your masters. You know exactly who's Orisha, like which Orisha is your guide. You know exactly which star systems you come from. You and your higher self, like your higher self actually led you to like book the reading. And you guys are tight like that. Like, you know that. Like, you guys will come to me and be like, my higher self led me to you. Like, yeah, that's what's up. So, yeah. But if higher self information comes up or Orisha information comes up in the general energy reading, obviously I'm gonna say it. But people who book the general energy reading, it will never like be mostly about an Orisha or a higher self or a starseed system. It won't. You still have other work to do, and then like, yeah. Anyway, okay, cool. Now we start the reading. Our general reading. You guys, a lot of you are being encouraged like to really step into this whole spirituality like thing, right? For real, look, you're not alone, which is telling me about like all these guys that you have around you and how they wish for more acknowledgement. When I say more acknowledgement, I just mean like, I'm not talking about paying homage. Like, I'm not talking about lighting a candle or upasha. I'm talking more like making this a thing. Like, if this is the only channel you watch, like for readings, like maybe try a couple more. Maybe try specific, things like maybe Google certain things. Maybe Google star systems and see which one you resonate with. Maybe Google Orisha and look at the pictures and see how they affect you. I'm just getting here a need from the other side for more connection. Like, in order to, I don't know, it's just something about strengthening communication and making communication clearer, right? It's also so that you guys get deceived less. I'm also getting that the spiritual community, like, it's infiltrated right now by all sorts of like beings. And it's so important that you guys nurture the relationship between you and the divine. Be that is your Orisha or a Starseed system or God or archangels, whatever it is. It's important for you to nurture that connection so that your discernment can also, like, pick up. Like, so that your discernment can also be clear. So you know who to trust. So you feel comfortable where you should be feeling comfortable and trust when you're not feeling comfortable, right? So you've got here medicine mother and medicine guardian. You guys, honor your inner knowing, open up to healing information, like, for real. It's so important that you nurture your spiritual self. Some of y'all kind of feel like it will happen naturally in your sleep. Like, okay, sharp, you can do that. So for those of you who don't think that, very smart of you. And yeah, because any relationship, any connection you have to nurture, guys. Like, when you have a lover, you can't just be there on some. Nah, they love me, it's cool, and I love them. They know I love them. I ain't gotta do nothing, I ain't gotta say nothing. I don't have to show up. Like, no, that's not how it works. You have to show up. Even in this relationship, with the relationship with your divine, guys, you have to show up. You have to show up, like, in research, in like crystal purchasing, like whatever you feel connected to, like going out and actually going to a metaphysical shop and seeing what you feel connected to and like bringing that back to your home. Do you understand? Like, that's like going to another dimension and getting something that reminds you of that entity and then coming back and putting it in your room. Like, that's, yeah. Yeah. Some of y'all, yeah. So you've got wise one and you've got the snake. I'm getting that some of y'all were told that like this kind of spirituality, like metaphysical, like it's like it's not right. It's not right, and it's against, like, it's a sin, and it's not okay and whatever. And you're just so done believing that. It's like for the first time you realize you've been lied to. You might feel very naive, but I would say don't. I know when people want to poison you against like something that they just don't like, they can be really convincing. So, oh, I find that so fascinating. It's like it's exactly what I was saying here. It's like your natural affinity though towards like this type of stuff, it's helped you discern like when people are telling you like, no, don't do that, it's demonic. Like, why are you checking out your star sign? Do you know that that star sign shit is demonic? And you're literally there like, no, it's not, it's guidance. Like, why are you getting that crystal? Like, that's demonic. No, it's not. I can feel the energy of this crystal and I feel safe. I actually feel joy with this crystal. Like, yeah, that's literally, that kind of discernment is amplified by the purity of your connection with the divine. So get on it. Get on it. Like, get on it. Get on it. Like, have some, be more aware in the process of your inner conversations. Honestly, some of y'all need to talk to yourself more. Like, for real. Some of y'all need to talk to yourselves more. Like, you know, like, yeah. Okay, if you're not used to that kind of thing, you can start with like affirmations. For real. I'm pretty sure there's a website out there with just affirmations. Like, start off there. Like, where the internet will give you some affirmations. After about a week or so, would you believe that that's where I started at some point? Would you believe that? You wouldn't believe that, ne? True story. After that, you can start writing your own affirmations, maybe, like get away from the generic. And then from there, I promise you, watch. See how all of a sudden things just start attracting themselves to you. Like, for instance, these readings will start being recommended for you. Like, You just, now you're seeing angel numbers, blah, 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 but like, yeah. Open your heart, open yourself up to this. You guys, I swear, I've never seen this. Like, you guys that are watching this, it's like you're being courted by. You know what I just heard? I just heard like you're being courted by like 6D, by like the 5D world. Like, you're being courted by those that are behind the veil. You're being courted by angels, by heaven. Like, certain energetics want to co-create with you, and they are of a spiritual nature, even though how they practically show up in your 3D life, there's a number of ways in which that can happen, but they are, it's of a spiritual nature. And yeah, this experience is going to be very healing for you. Some of y'all might finish this experience and be healers by the end of it, because I feel like this is for people that are like either at a place in their life where they've decided to actually take their spirituality way more seriously, like be more devoted, or it's people that have just started on the path and they're kind of curious more than anything. But yeah, either way, you're being watched. You are loved. You are protected. The reason why you're feeling this urge to go into this realm is because this realm wants to connect with you. Okay, cool. That's what I have later.